Forever. Dog.
Oh.
You ready for the Baldwins? Sunday night. I've got my DVR set to explode
I was gonna say
before it premieres. Tick,
unless
tick,
DVR
tick.
is some sort of transport machine to get me away from
detonation.
Yeah.
Video recidivism.
Get me one of those. I'll eat it and then press the on button.
You must be hungry.
No, it's just that it's just time. It's time. I had a good run. It's time for me to blow myself up on a podcast.
And by the way, I want to make this clear. There's no Double Threat Substack. I think there's someone going around doing like a fake Substack.
Cool.
It's not
Thank
true.
you.
I'm
It's
just
not?
spreading.
Oh,
Tom,
okay.
just play along.
wow.
I'm trying to spread
Yeah.
rumors
Okay.
because that'll get people
all right.
talking about
Okay,
us.
let me start it
Okay.
back over.
All
We'll
right,
cut
start back
that
up.
last
Carson,
part
cut
out.
that part out.
Yeah.
And by the way, whoever's doing this fake Double Threat Substack, knock it off.
Yeah, seriously. Don't jump on our coattails and do a thing pretending to be us.
Stop pretending to be me. I don't have 10 beauty tips.
Exactly. And I'm not going to tell you how to assemble your own hunky calendar of local firemen.
Yeah. And I'm not going to chase those firemen with a Bic lighter and a water gun saying, which one of these two starts a fire? Stop and tell me so I know how to be safe.
Yeah. And I'm not going to put Crisco on the fire pole and then watch him come sliding down too fast.
Yeah. And I'm not going to kidnap the Dalmatian and draw other colored dots on his fur with Crayola magic marker and then return him and saying, he's been prideified.
So you listen to us, you
Substack fakers.
Substack fakers, you rat bastards. You stop it.
Stop it.
Stop stealing us.
Stop pretending to be us in this. And you know, this fake Substack, it really gets my goat.
Yeah. It got my goat, my pet goat.
How is your goat?
Billy.
How's Billy doing?
I don't know, because someone got him.
Shit.
Someone
I hope they
got
know
my
that he
goat.
likes to eat tin cans.
I certainly hope they're not giving him the cans made of recyclable hemp.
I hate recyclable hemp cans.
Yeah.
Those drive me crazy. They don't work at all. I'm like, how am I supposed to can my harvest corn?
If they drive you crazy, what do you think they're doing to Billy?
Billy? Here's the thing about Billy. Most goats are in some way the incarnation of, he goes by many names. If you know what I mean.
Old Scratch.
The Dark Lord.
He who shall not be named.
Beelzebub.
Bert Kreischer.
But Billy, I feel, is like not from that side of the family.
No.
Like, I feel like he's kind of a wuss.
Billy is kind of like little Nicky.
How so?
That he's part of the Dark Underlord's scheme, but he just is a little different than everybody. He doesn't want to just doesn't want to be a demon.
Yeah, exactly. And he's kind of doing the, I want to say, Cajun boy voice.
I think he's doing more the voice of when he was doing Gil, the rock critic, and he was like, I want to tell you all about an exciting. I saw a show and they locked me in a porta potty and it slid down the hill.
Right. And they were like, of all the update characters, we like the voice, but we're
Yeah.
not calling a movie that. We're not putting it in that world.
No.
Meanwhile, Rob Sheffield is already hired to be a consultant. He's sitting around with a paycheck saying, well, I guess I'll spend this on concert tickets.
Look, that guy's got so much money, he can spend money on concert tickets and ticket concerts at this
Are
point.
you telling me that you've seen Rob Sheffield light a cigar with $100 bill on fire?
I saw him at a Taylor Swift show throwing money just up in the air. He was just throwing
No
it in the
way.
air. Yeah.
I heard he got the hat from the Taylor Swift era tour and he filled it with caviar and ate it with a ladle.
Well, that's just the apex of decadence, and I don't like it. Rob
Well,
Sheffield.
the ape was really more like the apex twin of decadence, because then he did something where he was like, look at this picture. And I said, do I have to? Because their covers were not comely photos, I felt.
No, those were photos meant to upset and provoke.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah. Now, Julie.
By the way, I had an Aphex twin in my garden once. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to say to you.
Yes.
First of all, I guess we just got to say welcome to Double Threat.
Welcome to Double Threat. This is a very important announcement we're about to do. Deep beep 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 beep. That was the announcement.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
There it is. Newsflash.
We are doing the live stream a week later than usual for Patreon subscribers, our patrons, our darling baby children that we love.
It's I has a situation and I can't get out of it, and I respectfully ask you, the Double Threat patron, to accommodate me for one extra week, and I thank you all for being understanding.
You're the nice cop. I'm the mean cop. Yeah. Here's what's gonna happen.
That's how you do it.
Bags of scum or scumbags.
Yeah.
You're gonna listen to the live, watch and listen and comment and enjoy interacting with Tom and Julie on the live stream a week later than usual, and you're gonna like it.
Yes, I like that. You just took control of the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel a little better.
You're lucky you get cold gruel.
You're lucky if you get cold gruel.
But you don't. You're getting hot champagne.
Yeah.
Yum, yum. So the live stream this month is going to actually technically be next month. We're going to do it Wednesday, the 5th of March.
Yes.
At the usual time, which is 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. And so we will see you then.
And we will do a fun show for you.
And by then we will have recovered from the premiere episode of The Baldwins on TLC.
That's right. We will be back in our usual chipper form because we got through it. Wood chipper form. I might jump in a wood chipper if that thing.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna send. This is what I need. I need something. I don't look at the. I'm sending. I'm texting. Hold on. I'm not even gonna send. I want to. Carson, can you play a video for me, please, just to change the mood here. I gotta get my mood back, and I'm gonna send you a link to it. It's a short thing. Where am I going here? Hold on. Do that. This.
Did we welcome people to Double Threat?
Now we welcome to Double Threat. I think we did, but we did it twice now.
Welcome to Double Threat. My name is Sister Julie.
Your Sister Julie, and I'm brother Tom, and here we are. We find ourselves here yet again.
Yep.
How'd this happen? Let's see. Now I'm gonna just try this. Hold on. Where are we going? Okay. I'm just gonna send it to the thing. Don't look at this.
I hope this is a clip to something fun and funny.
It is, but Carson, if you could just play that right now, that will lift my mood, and we will have an excellent episode of Double Threat because of it. But Julie, don't look at the.
I'm not looking at anything.
Don't look at the texts.
I won't.
It'll take me just a second, but I'll get it out.
Of course, thank you, Carson. You do. I know you can do it. I believe in you.
And in that second, I will list my favorite ice cream flavors.
Let's go back and forth. What if we go back
Okay.
and forth?
And
we can no repeats.
no particular order. No
but
particular
no
order.
repeats. Well, you have to.
No repeats is a good rule.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Mint chocolate chip.
I can't think of any.
Oh God!
It's chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip with a vanilla base.
Yes.
Then I'm gonna do chocolate chip.
I'm gonna do Rocky Road.
What about this? Salted caramel.
I'm gonna do toasted almond.
What do I? You know what? Vanilla.
I'm gonna do a variant on the opposite of vanilla at Fosselman's in Alhambra. They have Nutella ice cream.
Did you finish it?
Oh, it's so good.
Well, it was only a pint, right? Or did you get a quart?
You're kidding. I got a gallon of that thing.
A gallon?
Yeah. Strapped it to my head like a Devo helmet and ate my way through it.
So you're hold on, let me go over the. Do you mind if I just take a moment with the physics of that?
Please wrap your head around that concept.
I'm trying to wrap my head about you wrapping your head under a gallon of ice cream. So you're telling me that the ice cream is melting and you're eating it, and by the time you're done, it's like firmly on your head like a helmet?
Gravity's moving it down anyway, so some of it comes down.
So that's three things. It's temperature, you going nom 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 nom,
me doing
and
that,
gravity.
and gravity. Yes.
Okay.
It adds up to me eating a gallon of ice cream in one sitting.
And by the time you're done, you can take your position behind Mark's mother's ball.
Yes.
Ball. Mark's mother's ball.
Blah.
Blah.
Blah. Mark mother's blah.
Boy, that SNL music concert had more shots of the audience than they had of the talent.
I couldn't watch that concert. I will.
The equivalent of going to like a showbiz party and just constantly looking around and be like, who's here? Who's here? Who's here?
Yeah.
And then the person you're with is like, do you even like me?
Do you know Chris Fleming? He's so funny, and he Chris was talking about. He said they put a clip up where he's just like, "Did you hear there was an SNL 50th anniversary thing?" He was just like, "I'm kind of under the radar." And then he said the concert. He's like, when John Hamm was sitting in the front row, Jimmy Fallon was so excited, and he's like, "You're that excited to see John Hamm?" He's like, I literally, if I saw him at the airport and I rolled my eyes, like, of course you're here, like he's just like, this guy's acting like he's never he interviews 3 famous people a night and he still can't believe he's seeing a famous
Jimmy
person.
Fallon is like the dog that is really excited when you come out of the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like gives you the same reception as he did when, you were overseas, you were deployed.
Yeah.
Those videos where dog, like, I love those, like dog greets soldier like home for, and there's that one where the dog actually faints. Have you seen that one?
Yes. The no, those videos, I need to be sparing with those videos because they will lay me out for the rest of the day.
Not me. They give me energy. They're like caffeine for me. American runs on Duncan. Julie runs on veteran returns to dog. Whimpering when they make those like whiny noises because they just don't know what to do with their emotions.
They don't know where to go. Any luck with that clip, Carson?
Yeah. You want to see it?
Yes, please.
A dog. A bulldog. This is really funny. This is great. This is a bulldog. This is a bulldog moving around to Firestarter by Prodigy.
Yeah, like dancing, like he's
in the pit.
Like he's like he's in the pit bull. Like he's Keith Flint himself from Firestarter.
This dog's so cool.
Prodigy. Yeah. Yeah, it's a dog. He's got this weird dance style. He's going back and left and right, and it fits the music perfectly.
That's really great.
Yeah.
I love bulldogs. Those are the kind of bulldogs that will get on a skateboard and just like know what to do. And you're like, I'm
Yes.
sorry, was this bred into you?
Yeah. It was a skateboard somehow.
Yeah.
How is skateboarding a part of your
Breed.
DNA?
They just immediately know. They're like, oh yes, I know how to do this.
Mm-hmm. It's
What? Like when horses are born and they immediately stand up and they're like, I'm a horse.
Yeah, and they're just moving around. It's like, okay, I'm a horse now. I'm doing what a horse does. And
Human
you're like,
beings need to like take. I mean, they're crawling. They're like, oh, he's standing up.
these people with their kids. I gotta just say,
boy, enough.
I want to just say the parents of
Please give it a rest.
of America and Double Threat. Anybody with a parent.
Mm-hmm.
Look, do I have a kid? No, I don't have a kid. Do I know better?
I don't have
Yeah,
any that I know of.
do. I can't. Yeah, that's right.
Sorry, I missed. Yeah.
I'm just gonna, I'm saying
Mm.
there are 0 kids between us here, but
Mhm.
just because we ain't got kids, don't mean we can't say that we are exempt from having an opinion on kids. And my opinion is,
Yeah.
you guys got to speed it up with these kids. They got to start walking faster, talking faster. You're
Yes.
doing a bad job, parents.
Not only are you doing a bad job, you're bad parents of bad people.
Yeah. Do you ever meet a kid, a little kid? How old? Oh, kid, he's 9 months. Okay. Well, what's he going to do?
What does he have to say?
Yeah.
Because this dinner party
Yeah.
needs some conversation.
Yeah. Well, walk on over, kid, and tell me a story.
Oh, he can't walk?
He can't do either of those right now.
Well, I'll tell you what. You know what's interesting about that? I'll tell you what's interesting about that is that when someone says, who would you invite to a dinner party, living or dead? They're not saying so you could watch them fall asleep in someone's lap. It's like, oh, I want to go to Sigmund Freud and he's going to fall asleep in his mommy's lap.
Mhm. Yeah.
We'll say, Divine.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to fall asleep in his papa's lap. And then the third one is just going to like suck on his fingers and cry. Who's the third one? I don't know. Stephen Sondheim will say.
Yeah.
We invite people to dinner parties so you have good conversation.
Yeah. And your kid's tying up a seat.
Right. Your lap, whereas I want to sit. It looks nice. It looks comfortable.
Yeah.
Maybe my butt wants to sit on your lap instead of this hard, cold chair.
I just...
Why don't more people let me sit on their lap?
Look. Let Julie sit on your lap,
Let me
folks.
sit on your lap.
What if we had a contest?
Oh, and the loser, I get to sit on their lap.
No, the winner. Are you kidding?
No.
What
I'd
a
be the
thrill
winner.
that would be.
I'd have a nice, cushy lap to sit on.
Then there'd be 2 winners.
Yeah.
I think you look, there's not going to be any contest with this, folks. Get that out of your head.
Yeah. Whoever's
Please.
already like
Yeah.
got like an email open, like close it.
Dear
That was a test.
Dear Double
No.
Threat,
No,
I
no,
would
no.
like to
Humbly.
formally enter the Let Julie Sit on My
Julie
Lap contest.
Contest that I've been told is real.
And here's a few
Photo.
photos of my lap.
Of my
just so you
nude
can see.
lap.
Yeah. Oh.
Wearing nude, like nude. One is nude. One is covered with a blanket. One is
Yeah.
corduroys in case the lady likes some friction.
And one is me wearing some old 1980s NBA shorts, super short.
And by the
tight.
way, no underwear. There's
Yeah.
no way anyone's ever worn those with underwear.
No, they're just wearing a jock.
If they're lucky,
If you're lucky.
I don't think those shorts. I think there are people that wear those shorts instead of underwear.
You might be right. You
And when
may
they
be
put
right.
pants over them, they're cranky.
Yeah.
Wah.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing. Let me sit on Julie's entering this contest. I don't want anybody being cranky, if you know what I mean, with this.
Yeah, no cranks,
no
no
cranks.
yanks, and
No-
no cranks.
Yeah. No crank yankers, no yank crankers.
No, absolutely not. I'm sick
Yeah.
of it. I'm sick of this lap contest being hijacked by people who want me to crank their yank.
No. What's Julie look like? Does she am I mistaken?
Spoony
She'll look-
Love?
She'll look like Spoony Love. She'll look like Special Ed. She'll look like Bircham.
No.
Last time I checked, no, none of those.
None.
Boy, Adam Carolla really set the world on fire with
Well,
his
he's
Crank
really
Yankers
good at
contribution.
characters, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, when you think of the formation of a character, like a Bertram.
Yeah.
You have to really respect the craft of like people that can become other people.
They can become other people. And there's a literary quality to it. He's becoming a character. He's telling you the life story through the present moment and
showing, not telling, and experiencing things that perhaps he draws from his own real life. We'll never know because they seem like they're from Bertram's life.
Yes.
Who knows? What a rich character Bertram is.
He really is a rich character.
I feel like I know him more than I know most of my own family and friends. I know him
more than I know myself. I know Bertram a little better than I know myself.
I love Bertram so much. Bertram, if you got him, I like to say.
Yeah. You always do say that too, and it's always
true.
I gotta confess this. I have a little bit of a drinking game. Whenever you say Bertram, if you got him, I drink.
And this is how we learn that you have a drinking
tequila.
problem.
Yes.
I have a little bit of a drinking game.
Mm-hmm.
Tom, you mean problem?
Yeah, like I've been playing a drinking game for the last 11 years. Whenever I'm sad or happy, I drink. Then I take a drink.
Listen, this is week 2 of me hitting the Crystal Skull vodka on Mike, and I ain't got no complaints.
Is it good?
It's great. I was so disappointed that Dan Aykroyd wasn't at SNL 50, but then I read online that he said he just preferred to watch it on television, and I said, Dan Aykroyd, somehow I love you even more than I did a week ago. And I didn't even know that was possible. Mm-hmm. The idea of like, I'd rather watch it on TV.
Mm-hmm. To be fair, somebody could have told him about streaming services that these things are available to watch after the fact. This is not
that too.
It's not 1958, and you don't have to watch it as it happens or it's gone forever.
I don't know. I think Donna Dixon is like, you get one streaming service.
Sure.
It's either like you're either doing Disney Plus.
Well, which one do you think Dan Aykroyd has?
There's a good.
If Dan Aykroyd could only have one streaming service, I'm going to say...
This is such a good question.
Well, let's answer on the count of 3.
Hold on. Let me think about it. Okay, I got it.
Okay,
yep, I got it. Yep, I'm ready.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Shudder.
BritBox.
Okay.
I feel like he's like in the mood for a cozy mystery.
Sure, I could see that. I also picture him being in the mood for some weird horror movie.
Yeah, or like a woman's fingers have teeth on them or whatever they're showing these days, and these crazy kids with their horror movies and their Osgood Perkins. And
kids love horror movies.
Kids love Osgood Perkins.
KLOP. Clop.
What's Clop?
Kids love what's his name? Osgood
Perkins?
Clop. KLOP. Kids love Osgood Perkins. We just got to yell that. Clop. Clop. Julie, you want a clip?
Sure.
A KLIP.
Yes, that's how that's how it's spelled in the comedy alphabet.
Yes, because a K is funnier than a C, and
anytime someone gives you comedy rules about which letters are funny, and always listen to them.
Please, they haven't overthought anything.
No, and they're ask them what their last writing job was, and don't compare that to my resume, where there's massive. There's more holes in my resume than those friggin' sandworms would. What is that movie? Tremors. That's basically my my CV at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ask them when they go, H is funny.
But L isn't.
L's not a funny letter. M not funny. N not funny.
Yeah, or like the name Clodhopper is actually funny. That is funny.
P can be funny.
Yeah, and then you realize he's talking to a tree. Yeah,
you're exactly alone in the woods.
In the park.
Saying that this is his writer's room. Come on, guys. That's a hat on a hat.
Yeah. Would anybody want to order dinner?
Yeah, let's get the menus out.
It's a squirrel.
Let's get the menu book. 5 words I never want to hear again.
Yeah. Well, it would be fun if the squirrel is like, oh, of course you want to order from the acorn place again.
Yeah. Anybody in the mood for acorns?
Oh, this guy. Good thing he's a
Squirrel
joke
always
machine.
likes- yeah.
He's a joke machine, and I'm more of a story guy, so it actually works
Yeah.
out. But honestly, he always wants to order from the acorn place. Hey, you mean
Yeah.
the oak tree?
That we're sitting under right now. Well, Julie, get ready for this. The clip
I'm
of the
ready.
week.
Clip of the week.
This,
What's this?
just this description alone
Yes.
is enough to make me either go toward things or go away from things. The Garfield Eats guy is
Uh-oh.
running for Parliament
What? Parliament in Canada?
in Canada.
He looks excited about it. He's making like one of his hands is open, like he's
Yeah.
about to like grab someone's butt, and then the other one is in a fist, and he's just like mid scream.
Yeah. Yep. He is ramped up and he's got a purple background with maple leaves
falling.
falling. He's running on the People's Party of Canada. Breaking news.
Breaking is right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. And this is what's his name? Nathen Mazri.
I have no idea. I just
yeah.
know that if he governs as well as he puts a menu together, then Canada is screwed.
Bye Canada.
Yeah.
I'm honored to announce he spelled honored the American way. Look at that.
He's
Look at that.
disqualified.
Right now, if you're running for
That's really bad.
That's like no joke. That is a
Embarrassing.
huge.
That's a faux pas.
That's a huge faux pas.
They don't
He
like
spelled, There's no U in honored.
that.
That's 101
You already
to prove you're
lost.
Canadian. You lost the election right there on your second word.
That's something you would learn in grade 1.
Yes. I'm honored to announce the approval of my candidacy for the People's Party of Canada in Toronto Centre. You spelled centre R-E, couldn't spell
All right.
honored correctly. Now is the time to stand up for Canada. As a non-traditional candidate, I'm committed to entergage with voters and championing. I have no.
Enter gauge?
Don't even know.
Enter gauge.
So, yeah.
Enter gauge.
Yes. And championing the values that make our nation strong and fight corruption. Poor, terrible sentence structure there.
What? Okay.
Look
I'm just-
forward to working closely with PPC leader Maxime Bernier, who was an MP from 2006 to 2019. He originally held cabinet positions under Prime Minister Stephen Harper. So this guy, the guy who ran, you can keep scrolling up. It just the guy who created the Garfield Eats restaurant,
Which is lasagna and cappuccinos, if I remember properly.
yeah, and
And it went out of business immediately.
and it seemed like it was in shaky ground in terms of the legality of the whole thing, if I remember correctly. Seems like it was in a gray area, right? Am I wrong about that?
Yeah, I would say so. It was definitely sketchy seeming, and then we made Brett like pay a lot of money for a PDF of the
Yeah.
recipes, and
Yeah.
then you
And
were
then he
then you were
served me
forced to
meat.
eat your own flesh, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Now look at this. At Tom Green, join me, would you?
Tom
Oh,
Green out of this.
Yeah, leave Tom Green out of this. Hasn't he gone through enough already? It's got to have you dragging him into your campaign. Bring Canada identity back stronger. That's the
What does that mean? That
that-
seems like a dog whistle.
Well, that sounds like that's the most Canadian thing I've ever heard in terms of like MAGA. Bring Canada identity back stronger. That's the most Canadian way of saying make Canada great again.
What does that mean? Make Canada identity back?
It's It's
we look up what the PPC actually is, like what his plot, like how are these like anti-immigration policies? Like I don't know what he stands for. If he's right wing or
People's
left wing or
I'm thinking he's
let's see.
left wing, but let's check it out.
People's Party of Canada.
Yeah. It says oh wait, no, it's not. Oof.
Yeah,
Yikes.
I'm not. It's conservative, right?
Yes, it's very conservative.
Right wing populist. Yeah, immigration.
Yeah, so
I knew it.
Screw
I
this
knew
loser.
it. Yep. Opposition to compulsory vaccinations. Compulsory, I hope, means mandatory as opposed to like I can't stop getting vaccinated.
Yeah, I'm just into
That's
it.
compulsive, I guess.
Yeah. Now this guy blows, and of course he's running for office, and of course that's who he is.
What's his name again?
Can we see it again to get his name?
Yeah, it's Nathen Mazri.
How do you spell that?
Mazri.
Here we go. Entrepreneur.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this guy sucks.
Okay, I'm looking at his website. His mouth is open in this too. He loves this like mid-scream shot.
Yeah.
Cats aren't the only things with 9 lives. Nathen has 9 lives too, and nothing is going to make him give up.
Yeah. Except for the way his restaurant was completely defeated, and he gave up that. Nathen Mazri, creator of Garfield Eats, and get ready for this, Julie.
Yeah, I'm ready.
And Scooby-Doo Eats.
Really?
So he just started a Scooby-Doo restaurant also? What a loser.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah.
Let me look at his Twitter, see how much. Yeah, so his Twitter is like he's got the banner, bring Canada identity back stronger. You're right. That's like the Canadian way of being like, make whatever great again.
I was foolish enough when I saw the word peoples, I assumed it meant that it was maybe a lefty
folks
thing,
and
like a socialist kind of thing, but it ain't.
See how hateful
the opposite.
His tweets are. Make Canadians richer. Opposing identity politics and division. That seems like anti-DEI, but I don't know. I'm just sort of scanning this. Big win from my old Garfield Eats app. We're getting justice for developers. We got our settlement. So there was like an antitrust litigation. There was a court case. That doesn't sound good.
No.
So he sued Google.
I hate this guy.
This guy is
this
not
guy's
my kind of guy.
Sleaze. He's a sleaze.
The
only pin I wear is the Canada pin. No ideology, just true patriotism.
Oh, great. Some anti-trans stuff here. Wonderful.
Awesome. Now, this guy.
Great job, Nathan.
Launch this guy at the sun. Yeah.
Fuck off.
Good riddance
Fuck
forever.
you. There's no room for
eat shit,
endangering trans lives
bye.
now. It's not cute. Oddly enough, it's not cute. Fuck you and Garfield eats shit.
The only thing I want to see you eat is
exactly
dirt.
Eat it.
When it's getting shoveled on you.
Is Jim Davis interested in having us represent him in a court case? Because it would be really fun for us to be lawyers, I think.
I'd love to be a lawyer. Wouldn't
that be fun? We could wear like little powdered wigs.
I thought I would be more like a Matlock type country lawyer with
I'll be like a barrister.
This would be we get him from both sides with that. Like
he'll be so confused by the accents and like what he's actually doing there that he won't even realize that he's he's like all of a sudden in jail. Yeah,
he suddenly realizes I'm in prison all of a sudden.
Right, and like we could cross-examine him and the two of us will like cross over. So I'll be on the right, you'll be on the left, and then we'll cross over, and he won't even know where to look.
Yeah.
And you've got your white suit. You're drinking sweet tea.
My dear people of the jury, I do believe you would understand a case of this magnitude needs to be appreciated with a bit of focus, if you know what I'm saying.
And I'll be like, hello, governor.
Dun, 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 dun,
Meow,
dun,
meow, meow,
dun.
meow, meow,
Yeah.
meow, meow. And I'll do the whole song with singing meows, and everyone will be enchanted. Be like, who is this enchantress? And then I'll sit on the judge's lap.
Yeah, because he won the contest.
Well, he won't know it until it happens, and then he won't. If you hear a gavel banging, it might not be a gavel.
That wasn't a gavel.
I want to represent Jim Davis free of charge, and we're a Heathcliff family here. We make no bones about that.
No bones.
But if Jim Davis needs us to go up against this guy, we're in your court, Jim.
Yeah.
It literally in court.
Yeah. We'll see you in court, Nathen Mazri and Jim Davis.
Should we be the judge too?
Why don't we be the judge too?
Hear ye, hear ye.
We'll just bounce around like Bugs Bunny.
Where Bugs Bunny played all the parts of like a baseball team, a courtroom.
But if it's you and I, we can do twice as much in the same amount of time. We can both be the jury.
Yes.
We can run into
Yes.
juror number 1. Yes. Juror
Yes.
number 2 was you.
Right. And then we're both dressed up like Carmen Miranda, and everyone's
Yeah.
so horny they don't even know what to do.
Yeah. And then we do, my name is a Cuban Pete. A boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka. We do Cuban Pete, and everybody's blown away.
We do
I find her guilty.
Of what? Moida.
I find Nathen Mazri guilty of murder in the 1st degree. Take him away. And then we're both the bailiffs. And we take him away. And we're both his cellmates.
I love that. Well, I'm not his soulmate, that's for sure.
Yeah, neither of us would be a soulmate.
I don't want to be a cellmate.
No, but we can get in and out as when we want. We're not stuck in there. We just start winding him up.
So we can just like bully him and be like, that's not your bunk.
No, we give him bad advice to tell him like tomorrow in the yard.
Like start a fight with the biggest guy.
Yes, exactly. We tell him that. We tell him to like, and then he goes and does the things, and then he's like, oh, what'd you guys tell me that? Wait, where'd they go?
Yeah,
and then
you
we
should
walk
throw
by
like
his guards.
Oh, the guards, right.
Suddenly we're guards. He's like, they were prisoners just
and we just
6
go,
hours ago.
We go, you sound crazy.
Yeah, what?
We like bully him like we're mean girls.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we're like, stop trying to make fetch happen.
Yeah, I'm going to bring you in front of the judge, and then we're the judge.
We're the judge.
So, yeah.
Judge, jury.
I find this defendant to be stupid.
Stupid.
And I sentence you to 1,000 swirlies. In the Beacon Theater men's room after a Steely Dan show.
Oh, gross. And you know that everyone's like taking so much Metamucil.
After Steely Dan performs Can't Buy a Thrill in its entirety.
Metamucil isn't even an official sponsor, but they just ended up that way.
Yeah.
You work at Metamucil, you get a call, they're like,
Yeah.
This is kind of awkward, but like if we don't sponsor Steely Dan, they're going to advertise us. So I feel like we need to control the messaging.
We might as well just control the messaging on this one.
Yeah.
Bring in the defendant. Bring in the prisoner, Nathen Mazri. Time for your swirlies.
Witness to this.
Steely Dan are wrapping up performing Can't Buy a Thrill in its entirety.
Peg is the one that gets them like running to the
Yeah.
I feel like the opening of Pegger was like, oh, I got it.
What's going out of my way?
Very stimulating.
Yeah. Oh. The Beacon Theater.
When was the last time you went to the Beacon?
Wow. that's a good question. What
did
was
you
the
see at
last
the
show I saw at the
Beacon?
Beacon? I don't remember the last show
It's
I
a
saw at
little
the Beacon Theater.
yeah, Upper West Side is a little tricky for me to like.
Oh,
get
I know what it
to.
was, and I left the show early.
Which one?
It was Nick Mason, the drummer from Pink Floyd, doing like songs from the early days of Pink Floyd with this new band. I was just like, this is not good. I'm just
That's
leaving.
tricky.
I just left. I was like, I don't feel like sitting here for this.
That's a lot. That's a lot
Yeah.
of makeup to put on like a.
It was just like, if it's not working for you, it's not going to suddenly start working for you. I got the lay of the land on this. I'm not into it. I'm just going to go. So, yeah, that was the last thing I saw there. What about you?
I'm trying to think of. I've seen Elvis Costello there. I've seen the Monkees there. I've seen like it's definitely like an older crowd.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of the last thing I saw there.
I've seen so many. Yeah, over the years, I saw so many things. I saw Echo and the Bunnymen
You
there.
did?
I saw them in 1985 doing the Ocean Rain album. And yeah, that was fun. It was very amazing show.
Don't you think they should have come up with like a shampoo called that?
Ocean Rain?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that'd be a great shampoo. I think we just hit another great idea on this show. How do we get
Echo and the Bunnymen like their whole like beauty and wellness line?
Yes. And Echo and the Bunnymen health, beauty, wellness product line. And we'll sell it only in record stores.
We could also do it like a bra and panty. Like the panties could be Echo and the bra could be for the Bunnymen.
There you go. Those are the two Bunnymen.
And by the way, just so you know, no Bunnymen are like the same size. There's never gonna be like symmetrical Bunnymen. Like that's part of the beauty of it.
That's why you need to come to our
seminar.
Our seminar and our measuring room.
Yes, and it's just a guy, but don't worry, he's cool. He promised that he was cool. He won the lap contest.
Yeah. What's the guy's name? Bill.
Bill what? We don't know.
We don't know.
He left a few things on the form blank.
And the way he said Bill made it sound like it wasn't his name.
It wasn't Bill. It took him like a while.
He stuttered and stammered, and he said, "Oh,
Bill."
At
first he was like,
Bill.
We think he found the "buh" sound.
Yeah.
But there were I'm trying to think of other things he left on that form empty. We asked for emergency contact, and he wrote George Jetson. That was a little disconcerting.
Yeah. And his second contact was Elroy Jetson.
Wow, that was really funny.
His third was Judy Jetson. Fourth was Jane Jetson. Fifth was Rosie. Sixth was Astro.
Astro, but not Mr. Beasley.
I didn't trust Mr. Beasley.
He was an enemy. He was an enemy of the. And he wrote not Mr. Beasley, and he underlined it like 5 times. Said he's an enemy of the state.
Yeah.
So Bill's great. We really like Bill.
Yeah.
We think he's going to do a great job of measuring your Bunnymen.
Bill's going to be great. He's good.
He says he likes to do what he calls like a palm test, and we assume he means a palm tree, but
yeah, I don't think it is either. But we're
okay. Well, if you have any complaints, we'll have a complaint box in there.
And look, Bill, if you're listening, one strike and you're out, buddy.
Yeah.
No, we don't know.
One strike, we're going to call George Jetson.
Yeah, no shenanigans. We'll call the first person on that emergency contact list. George Jetson.
Yeah, and then we asked for his address,
and
he said, "The museum from A Night at the Museum."
Yes, literally.
So that was a little weird too, because you're just like, "You mean the Natural History Museum?" And he said, "Yeah."
Oh, yeah, sure. He said, "Yeah, sure. Yeah, I guess."
Yeah, I mean, look, I think he would look to be completely transparent. He was the only person who applied for the job.
Yeah. Hey, you
So.
don't think we should hire Bill? Where was your application?
Yeah, we didn't see it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it went to spam.
Would you like another clip?
Yes, please.
Okay. Well, first of all, the Garfield Eats guy running for Parliament was sent in by M. Cowley. So
thank you.
Thank you, I think, for that. This one is sent in by Justin. 90s Bud Light LA Grunge commercial.
Cool.
Yeah, I think we're about to see something pretty cool.
I love grunge.
Me too.
Los Angeles, start your VCRs.
All of a sudden, I'm thirsty,
Give me a Bud Light.
so I go to the refrigerator.
I can't tell Bud
I just know how it's gonna taste.
Want some Bud Light, want some Bud Light, want some Bud Light, want some
And I take that awesome first long drink. And-
All right. This is like fake.
This is sketch comedy.
Yeah,
this is advertiser written sketch comedy.
Absolutely. This is advertisers thinking they're going to hoodwink. They think you're so dumb that you're going to think this is like
funny.
Just somebody pulled out a video cam and started filming this. 3 models are there.
Well, that's the thing is like the casting is also such a tip off because I assume at this point singles had come out and Reality Bites, but they didn't get anyone who looked like Bridget Fonda or Janine Garofalo. They
got somebody who looks
got
like
like a
Christina
Playboy
Applegate.
model sort of type, and they put her in like a velvet choker and a vest, and they're like, "You're grunge now."
Exactly, it's like Christina Applegate dressed grunge, is what it is, or Marilyn Monroe. She's like, it's like.
It's like a very specific casting. And then the guy who's supposed to look like Anthony Kiedis is definitely like kind of a model.
Just long, stringy hair and a leather jacket. Can we go back and don't even play it, but just go back so we can see it, please? Yeah, okay. They're like, and they're trying to and there's like, it's the camera's twisting and it's not. It's like it's not well made, so it's like, oh no, this is just a handheld thing. The camera's way too up.
Spotlight that's like moving to the left, to like the spotlight's moving all around as though Richard Linklater ever shot, Slacker this way, but it looks like an interrogation room the way they're moving that spot.
Well, this was actually directed by Richard Stinklater.
I'd rather stink now. Thank you very much.
Well, this does stink now.
Yeah.
And it stunk then.
Yeah, this is so embarrassing. It's like a really bad skit. It's a skit.
Oh my God. And it's so, I actually, on a perverse level, feel bad for the people who thought.
The actors or the writers?
Well, the actors I really feel bad for because they know this blows. They're not believing this for a second.
They just might be like happy for the work and they don't even know what they're parodying.
But they're just like, okay, I guess we're doing a grunge thing. And it's, I mean, getting $11,000 to do it.
Yeah.
So.
No complaints. Look, what I would do for $11,000 right now is disgusting.
Yeah. I would go, I would be right next to a Nathen Mazri at the Beacon Theater.
Yeah.
Just hoping that Asia doesn't have the same effect that Peg has on these people.
The Peg laxative effect.
Yeah. The Peg effect.
Yeah.
These guys are like, I'm gonna get pegged. And you're like, oh, well, that's a little
you're like, wow, that sounds like a really racy evening.
Yeah, you're gonna tell us about that, and then suddenly like I got your picture.
All of a sudden, the men's room line too. It's like the long, like just materializes the way people used to be like, how do fruit flies just appear when like fruit's ripe?
Yeah.
Well, they just know.
Knows. They just know. Now this commercial is skin crawling that some ad agency created this thinking this was going to fly.
And also thinking that this was as funny as something on the Ben Stiller show.
Yeah. Yeah, it really has the interstitial of the Ben Stiller show. Interstitials is what this is, basically.
Yeah.
Just loose camera stuff
but like dog shit.
Yeah, but yeah, just the worst thing you've ever seen or heard. And they're just talking about shit. At one point, what did she say about the beer? I love the first taste of the beer. Oh,
she got very horny when she talked about that first drink of a Bud Light, which is a terrible beer. It reminds
Bud
me of
Light.
that other, like, remember that ad around that time where it was making fun of silent films? It was like you don't want to see stupid shit like this, and it's like a black and white movie of like a clown. Do you remember that ad? And it was like, why ask why? Try Bud Dry or something. And they had the clown being like saying that in Italian.
I do remember this now.
And it was just about how like, oh man, all these like dumb women and their like gay friends want you to see fruity movies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you're like, no, they don't.
No.
Like, first of all, you don't have anybody in your life like that's dragging you to foreign film. I promise you.
Nobody has
don't.
that.
You don't.
No.
You really don't.
It's a thing where it's like the conceit would always be like,
it's so dumb.
Oh, the opera. Oh, I got to go to the opera with my. It's like,
no,
really?
You don't. No one's pressuring you to go to the opera.
No one's taking you to the opera.
No one wants you to go to the opera.
Like that thing where they're just like, we're going to the opera. My wife wants to go to the opera tonight.
She doesn't want to go with you.
She doesn't want to go. She'll go with a friend who wants to take you.
Also,
wants to be there with her to the at the opera.
It's expensive. Like no one wants to spend that kind of money on you. Also, newsflash: your wife hates you.
Yeah, she's not gonna. You think she wants to look over at you falling asleep at the opera? That's some treat for her?
It's not.
Yeah, to watch you just be like, oh, I need to know the score of the game.
The score?
What's the score of the game? You can know the score as soon as it's over. You can't change the impact of it by knowing it partway through. What's the score of the game? What are you, a baby? You can't wait?
Yeah, or are you a bookie or a baby?
Yeah, exactly. I do.
Because otherwise, there's no excuse.
No excuse either which way. I like the opera.
No one is making anyone see a foreign film, an art film. Also, the 90s didn't have that many art films yet. Like, it wasn't like, oh my God, they're everywhere. Like, not really.
So
it was
much
like, what, Cinema Paradiso and like The Crying Game?
So much of what played in theaters that were just like truly independent
like the worst.
Truly, they were bad Quentin Tarantino knockoffs. There was like, there were like 500 of those.
Yeah, there were a billion of those.
Oh my God, there were so many things to do in Denver when you're dead.
Yeah, I heard him talking about that recently.
Well, really? About all the
I'll
posts?
send you the like, and he's like flattered by them, and he mentioned like one or two that he liked, but it was definitely like people were like, oh, I can like write dialogue and have violence.
Exactly.
And
Way of
like,
the gun.
No, not exactly, but yeah.
Yeah, so many of those movies. But that's what was clogging so many independent. Look, there are obviously independent cinema forever. There is, but in terms of acting like it was some dominant thing, they were just dumb crime movies.
Pretentious either. Like they were like Party Girl, and like they weren't a black and white clown crying. I'm sorry, that was not the dominant culture then. I was alive. I remember.
Yeah, I went to so much of that stuff. It was Living in Oblivion.
I love Living in Oblivion.
I saw that so many times.
I did
in the
too.
Theater.
I think about that every time I'm on set and they record room tone. I think about that scene from Living in Oblivion.
Me too. I always that movie. I wonder how it holds up. Like I've not seen it. It holds up.
I've seen it recently.
Oh, amazing!
Yeah, it does. So there's like the first like 40 minutes I think he shot as a short, and then the rest is like looks really different and feels different, but it still works as a whole. And I I love it so much. That was the first time I ever saw Peter Dinklage in anything.
That's right. It was first. It was Steve Buscemi getting to
Catherine
go
Keener.
to hold down a thing. Like Steve Buscemi from beginning
Wanted
to
to be
end, he was in charge of it.
I had such a crush on him.
So good. Peter Dinklage was great because he was.
Catherine Keener was so sexy and marvelous.
Yep,
and
she was
brilliant in
amazing.
that.
James LeGros was in it, right?
Oh, it was like Brad Pitt.
Yes, he's like the Brad
He
Pitt.
was really funny. That was,
like I
that was like directly based on
serial
Brad
killer.
Pitt, I think.
Yeah. And he kept saying the thing about a sexy serial killer.
And he wore and there's that reveal of him with the eye patch.
Yes.
So funny.
It's a really funny movie.
Oblivion is a gem.
If you want to see a movie that is truly one of the funniest movies of the 90s.
So great.
Living in Oblivion, it's so good.
Yep.
And Peter Dinklage is supposed to be in a dream sequence.
And he has an outburst about it that's so great.
It's so amazing. He's like, I'm a dwarf and I don't dream about dwarves.
Like, I know that I'm
like,
supposed to be here because it's so weird.
Yeah. Which is a huge shot at David Lynch with that. That's like it's fair enough. You know, like,
yeah.
Yep.
It's all
but
good.
He was just like, yeah, it's such a
so
Tom
good.
DiCillo. And then he did a movie called Box of Moonlight after that, which I love that movie.
We should have Dom DiCillo on the show. Carson, book Dom DiCillo. Tell me you want to do a Living in Oblivion reunion.
He directed an episode of Monk, and I got to talk to him a bunch when he was doing that. Yeah, I was like on a call with him. I was like, hey, I just want to say Box of Moonlight is one of my favorite movies. And he was like, really? Like
He's amazing.
He was not expecting somebody to know that. It's like Living in Oblivion, Box of Moonlight, love him so much. Box of Moonlight is when we met Sam Rockwell.
Yep.
That was a very early Sam Rockwell.
Yep. And Sam Rockwell was such a different actor as a young man.
Yes.
He's aged into a completely different actor, which is exciting.
That's absolutely true. He is.
I love it when we get to see
person.
people age into other kinds of people that are still working.
Mm-hmm. And it's also great when they're new like that. You're not sure who they're going to be yet. So it's when they're good. That's the exciting part about great actors, where you're just like, I might be on a ride with this person over the next 20 years.
And if it's a ride, I hope it's not one of those ones that makes me throw up.
Yeah, me too.
On the people downstairs waiting for their cotty candy. Or as the Brits call it,
candy floss.
Sugar floss? Candy floss?
Candy floss, I've heard.
British folks, what's that? Come on. That's like a little, we get it. You're all fairies in the enchanted forest.
Exactly.
And it's candy. Come on, British
guys. It's
people.
Cotton. It's
Come
cotton
on.
candy.
Be a little bit more of a scumbag, please.
Come with us on this one, British people.
Come with us, and you'll find
that we call
you
it
too
cotton
can
candy.
be a scumbag.
Yeah.
That in the States,
yeah.
we call it cotton candy.
Yeah.
And we know all about sugar things. I was flipping through the channels, and Willy Wonka original one was on, and that chocolate river is so perversely colored. It makes the idea that the audience bought that was supposed to be chocolate is probably the biggest buy of that whole thing.
Yeah, it is like, that ain't chocolate, folks.
No, that is not. That is so far from chocolate.
Yeah.
But Augustus sells it. I mean, he really seems to enjoy it.
Augustus Gloop died. He did not die of getting trapped in that tube. He died of whatever that river was.
Whatever happened after.
Or no, I think he died before when he's slathering the stuff in his mouth.
Oh, with because he got Legionnaire's disease.
Because that ain't chocolate. He was dead before he went up that tube.
Definitely not. It's barely. Can I say this? It's barely brown.
Yeah. It just looks like a rotten river.
It looks like it looks like the eyeliner that I've been seeking, like that kind of purple, like it's a very specific color, and I can't put my finger on it, but boy.
You want another clue? This one, well, Justin sent in the grunge one, and this one's sent in by Kerry, and the description is a very Australian interaction.
Uh-oh.
So let's take a look at that.
Okay, so
a big dog, mate.
A bus?
Oh, I've seen this. This is.
Beg your pardon, you fuckwit.
Hold on. Okay, hit
Go
pause,
fuck
please.
yourself. What do you expect?
Wait a minute. Hold
It's
on. We
a
need
guy-
to set we need to set the stage here
Yeah,
because
okay.
it's hard to tell what's going on. There's
Shot on a cell phone
yes.
on an Australian street,
Yes.
and there's a guy walking down the street in a
Yes.
bright orange shirt. And what is
Walking
he?
an alpaca?
Yes, I think it's an alpaca. He's walking his alpaca down the road. And can we play from the top again? We might have to translate for for people if they can't read the subtitles.
Yeah.
It's a big dog, mate.
Okay, so hit
That's
pause.
a big dog, mate.
Guy goes, "That's a big dog, mate." And then the guy with the orange shirt goes, "I'll shove that camera up your effing arse."
Fucking pointing at him, not face. I think you're pardon, you fuckwit.
So, okay, so hit pause. So the guy goes, "Stop shoving that camera in my fucking face." And then the guy goes, "I beg your pardon, you fuckwit." Okay, please back it up again.
Fucking pointing at him, not face. I think you're pardon, you fuckwit.
He says, "I beg your pardon," very polite.
Yes, you fark
Then-
wit.
Then he follows it with, "You fuckwit."
Jesus.
So
Okay.
that is maybe the most dichotomous sentence ever.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon, ya fuckwit.
And this guy's walking towards some place that says foot spa or
Foot spa. Yeah, he's just going down the
he's
sidewalk.
taking his alpaca to the foot spa?
Well, I hope at least they're going together, I hope.
You what, you think it's a rub and tug?
Oh, I was just hoping that at least they booked like a couple's foot massage.
Well, because I was going to say they should charge twice as much because that alpaca's got 4 feet.
Yes. I mean, the alpaca would just alone be the couple's package.
I ordered one regular and one couples.
Yeah.
Couples.
I'm here for the regular, and Chipper here is here for the couples foot spa.
Go fuck yourself. What do you expect, mate? You're walking a fucking llama.
Hey, mate, go and get some fucking praise. There's a difference between a fucking alpaca and a dumb cunt like you. That's an alpaca, alright?
Yeah, you look like one, you fuckwit.
Fuck off.
Okay, so
Look here.
the guy says,
This is intense.
he basically says, "What do you expect? You're walking an effing llama down the street."
And then the guy with the alpaca gets really mad that
goes-
he's misidentified his pet as a llama because it's
Yeah.
clearly an alpaca. And he says, you don't know the difference between an alpaca and a dumb, what does he say?
Yeah,
A
let's see.
dumb,
There's a difference. How's he say it?
There's a difference between a fucking alpaca and a dumb cunt like you. That's an alpaca.
okay, there's a
alright?
difference
Yeah.
between a fucking alpaca and a dumb cunt like you.
Yeah.
If I had a nickel.
Truer words have never been
Yeah,
spoken.
You know what? That alpaca is like, this is every day for us.
Yeah. Because he set the guy off by going, "That's a big dog you got." Like the guy
Come on,
hated
that's a funny
that.
joke.
It's a funny joke.
Funny joke. It's a funny
He
joke.
hated that. This guy hated it
Did not
so
like
much.
him calling his alpaca a dog.
And this guy looks like Tim Dillon, the
Well,
comedian
he's got
Tim Dillon.
he's got
with
like
an
a long
orange shirt.
ponytail and like
Yeah.
a neon orange shirt. And I have
Yeah.
to say, Australia, I've never had the pleasure of visiting. But it looks like there's no shade at all. I don't think I could last a second in the hot
No,
sun.
this seems very hot there.
Everything is like baking in the sun. It seems like
Mhm.
even the shadows that people cast seem like they're like 120 degrees.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is very, very broiling looking here, and everybody looks very
Tan and
very
angry.
tan and rugged because of it, and angry. It
Yeah,
seems
they
like-
look like they're at their last, like everyone's walking around on their last nerve.
yeah, like they are on edge. As soon as this guy left the house with his
Alpaca.
with his alpaca, he was already on edge.
Ready to fight.
Yeah. He's looking for somebody to just go, "It's a big dog you got there."
Which again is really funny.
It's a good joke.
It's a great joke.
I like it. And you know what else I like?
What's that?
This next clip we got.
Oh, I
is
hope
called
so. I
Get
hope
Ready
you'll
for
like
This
it.
One.
I hope I like it.
Yeah, well, I think we're both going to like this one. Thank you, Kerry, for the Australian interaction clip. Isaac has brought to us something called Richard Simmons Salad Spray.
Oh, I know this.
Yeah, me
this is
too.
when
This-
there's like a family. He plays like every character in the family. I
Well,
love
let's-
this.
Let's check
This
this
is
out.
fun.
It's salad at the Andersons.
Yeah.
Come on, please, hurry. Hurry. Ta-da! You salad killers, try my brand new great tasting salad dressing in a spray bottle. 1 calorie a spray!
Introducing Richard Simmons Salad Spray. Only 1 calorie per spray.
Your salads will never be the same.
All right. Now, just to give people an idea what we just saw.
I've
It's
seen
like the
this
Black
many
Hole
times,
Sun
and it's-
video. It really looks
It's
like
the Black Hole Sun.
it is taking place in the world of Soundgarden's Black Hole Sun video.
Mm-hmm.
Gaudily bright colors, fake suburbia, very, very artificial looking, and like a perversion of the suburbs. At the table is
More like the counter, because it's like
More at the
they're
counter, facing,
panning
yeah.
down. They're all
Yeah.
facing in the same
Mhm.
direction. That's Richard Simmons in every role.
see that's the part I would have missed that.
Well, it's definitely him as the mom.
Yeah,
like
I see it
I have a
now.
feeling I know. I have a feeling I know which character he was like most excited to dress
Yeah.
up as.
So he's dad, he's mom, and he's the little kid.
The little kid is so broad that he's wearing like a Jughead hat.
Yes,
Could
he
you see
is.
the kid for a second? Like this is an archetype out of like a Bazooka Joe comic. This is not
Yeah,
the way anything has ever been.
no, it's
And the dad is what? Like
looks just like we're a businessman.
someone
kinda
who's like had a hard day at
Yes.
work. And these people are so stupid that they're putting unhealthy dressing on their salads.
and
That's how stupid they, and that's, by the way, that's how they got fat. And
Yeah.
that's what Richard Simmons is saying is like, you idiots, you're
Mhm.
putting too much dressing on your salads. Like,
yeah,
that's a problem.
and their salads, the salads that are in front of them, that ain't salad. That's lettuce.
Giant bowls of lettuce.
Yeah,
And I just resent this so much because in order to get people to eat vegetables, if you want to like have it with ranch dressing, if you want to have it with like whatever, like that's totally great. Like you
Just-
need to be eating vegetables, and the
Yeah.
idea that you'd be punishing people for using like dressing that has too many calories is just, that to me was just, because I remember this very
Well-
well. I remember this moment of diet culture and just like assuming that was the problem was so disgusting to me.
like a salad spray.
Well, like
Also.
salad shaming, like is that
Yeah.
where we are? Are you
Like,
crazy?
You're not doing enough by eating salad and maybe putting. And but
No,
the thing
you're-
is, mom has a diet dressing in her hand, and I'm sure that's just awful tasting.
or she's using too much of it in his mind.
Dad's gooping the salad dressing all over the thing, and the little kid, Richard Simmons, flies in like Tinkerbell with green
And he's wearing
wings.
overalls, which is also disturbing because you're just
Yeah.
used to seeing him wearing a tank top and shorts. I
Yeah.
can't believe that's like,
Yeah.
you know, that was his neutral. So
Mm-hmm.
he's wearing kind of like pastel green overalls. It's weird to not see his legs. And he has
Absolutely,
wings.
it's weird.
He's doing
Yes.
this like fairy, because I remember Letterman used to show this, and he would like chase him with a fly swatter because
Yeah.
Letterman had like this weirdly homophobic streak against
Weird,
Richard Simmons.
just like
yeah,
yeah,
you're like,
just a
okay, there's things
bizarre-
about Dave that wow, that's pretty dark, Dave.
No, that was a pretty bleak era where he would pick on
Mean
Richard
to
Simmons.
Well, because Richard always reacted to it.
Yeah.
Like he would always react to it. So it was hard not to, I mean, that's
Yeah.
what you know.
I mean, I think Howard Stern started that by
You
like
do?
Richard Simmons would go on Howard Stern before he was doing that on Letterman. Howard Stern was doing it to
I
him, and he
see.
would be
He was the kind of like, he'd get sensitive in a way that people who like picking on people would
Yes.
It's just like, oh, we're in the scene together.
Yeah. So then Tinkerbell flies in this mint green overalls and with these green wings, and then is telling all about the Richard Simmons Salad Spray. One calorie per spray. And this stuff looks radioactive.
Looks like such a bummer. It's just, if you like, I just need to repeat this, like, eat your salads, enjoy your salads. No one should ever shame you for it. Just makes me so mad. Like,
whatever gets you there, absolutely.
Eat as healthy as you can, whatever you can do to enjoy it. But the idea that you'd be punitive about calories when it comes to, drives me crazy. So he's selling this stuff, 1 calorie a spray, and his face is on it, and he's reacting to the child having smashed him with his
the kid
palm.
claps his hands on as if he's killing a fly with both hands.
Yeah.
And now he's like, more. He crashes down and has got the head spin, the stars going around his head.
His final wish is that you buy these the bottles of
Yeah, it's not.
And these are also part of the Echo and the Bunnyman hair care products. You could put these right on your head, and you're going to get a lot of shape, volume. Yes.
And I want our Echo and the Bunnymen stuff to be edible, and I'll be low calorie as well.
Yes, except for the mousse. The mousse is going to be very high calorie.
That's the good stuff. That's where you earn the mousse. You maybe have that.
You have it for dessert.
Yeah.
As a treat.
Occasions. Yeah.
I say once a year. That was the thing. Richard Simmons would I was so bad. I had 1 Oreo.
Mm-hmm.
Just, I just
that was bad that you had 1 Oreo.
Yeah.
It means you're not good at eating Oreos.
I really loved Richard Simmons. He seemed like a person with a big heart. I hoped that he would have had more joy in his life in other ways, and that he was loved. But there's so many vestiges of growing up during that era and dieting that bring back so much trauma.
And there's so much, he clearly was somebody carrying a lot of pain. And
absolutely. Was right at the surface.
Best. Yeah,
that's why he couldn't handle being teased. You're like, oh my God, don't pick on this guy.
Well, the thing is, he would laugh with it, but then
he'd be in tears.
You're actually hurting him. But he's
absolutely, and then he would go around and meet people, and they would cry, and he would cry. And, oh, this is sweet.
Yeah. The world needs more people like that. And remember that podcast where the guy was bugging annoying, he doesn't want to be in public. It's okay.
Yeah, it's stalking. I did a podcast back in the day called Stalking JD Salinger, where I would hide in the bushes. I go boo. You didn't like it.
Yeah. Nobody picked up my podcast the way I was hoping they were going to. Where the F did Billy Blank go?
The Tybo guy?
Get Billy Blanks.
Is he still around?
I didn't even get to answer it on the podcast. I was hoping that would have been my opportunity.
What did your proposal look like?
It was written on a napkin.
Was it any drawings of it was that?
Just drawings.
Was it that drawing that Lou Reed did of himself doing karate, but you doing Tybo?
Yes.
Remember that drawing?
That's literally. Do I remember it? I have it hanging on my wall.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why don't you have that tattooed on yourself?
It just reminds me of how to fight people.
I don't care what it's there for. It seems like that should be ink that is on your skin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
once you break once you have that frontier broken of the first tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
It's all. That's what I'm saying is all bets are off. Go for it. I think you should get that Lou Reed drawing tattooed.
It's a matter of how many you get now.
That's what
you're through the door.
I'm really pitching that you get that tattooed.
Yeah, I'm gonna think about it, and
it's a really fun and funny idea.
It would be equal parts fun and funny.
Carson, how old are you?
I'm 24.
Oh my
What?
God, Tom, he's a
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
Carson, what year were you born? You
Let
were
me see if
born
I can
after
figure it out.
9/11. You were
He's
born
a
after
9/11 baby.
9/11?
Carson's a 9/11 baby.
I was born in
Carson.
2000.
So do you remember? So you do remember 9/11?
2000.
I remember it vividly.
You do?
2000.
So people on the Discord recommend that you go to Canopy with a K and you can see the producers for free because guess what? Last week I tried to gift it to you and I'm so old that I couldn't figure out how to do that. Isn't that sad? Aren't you sad for like an old woman like me? You look so much younger than you are, Julie.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Thank you.
I was gonna say, well, you and Julie, you and Carson's a year older than you.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Ed's on the line. And yes, I do remember that reference. Mr. Ed.
Mm-hmm.
Carson, you're 24?
Mm-hmm.
Can you rent a car? No.
No, you can't.
Not till
You
June.
you watch somebody rent it and you're staring through the window and it's
And you have to sit in the back on like a baby seat.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Wait till you rent that first car, buddy.
I can't wait. I'm
You're
so excited.
never
It's
gonna
gonna
believe
be
what a
great.
thrill
You're
it
gonna
is.
be like heading on the highway. How does the lyrics go?
Heading
Looking
on
for
the
adventure.
highway, looking for adventure. Whatever comes my way.
That was
Knows
like a
that
fake
your motor
song.
running, man.
Keep the motor running. Head out on the highway.
Looking for
For
adventure.
adventure.
And whatever comes,
If it
our
comes
way.
my way. Oh, darling, gonna make it happen. Take the world.
Yeah.
So funny that that's not only a real song, but it's from Easy Rider, which is like,
Yeah.
you know, an authentic movie that's like
Mm-hmm.
grassroots, and it's like, yeah, that song sounds like it was written by advertisers for Bud Light.
Yeah, like it was reverse engineered to have been a cool song, but it was actually created by
But like an ad, like a think tank or something.
Yeah.
So Carson, by next week, please watch The Producers.
Yeah.
I will if it's on Canopy. I love
It's on Canopy, which is like the library.
Yeah. Yeah. I will definitely do that. I promise.
Thank you, Carson. So thank you. Oh, go ahead, Tom.
No, you go. You go.
No, you go.
You go. All I was going to say was what you were going to say. Is thanks everybody for listening to Double Threat.
We'll be back next week, reminding you to join us for the live stream this month, which is now next month on the 5th of March.
First week of March.
And we are going to do it on our regular time, but not this Wednesday, next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And thank you so much for listening. Thank you for joining the Patreon. If you haven't joined the Patreon, it's patreon.com/DoubleThreatPod. And we will see you next week. So thanks again so much for listening.
Absolutely. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you then.
Bye-bye.
Bye.